Describe the feeling of winning in front of a sold-out crowd at Manchester Arena.
Definitely one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. I feel like that's one of the main reasons I fell in love with boxing, because I'd never experienced that big of a W. Everything about it was crazy. There was so much on the line. It was like US versus UK, brothers versus brothers. When I took that W on the biggest stage possible, and I proved everyone wrong, and I had worked so hard to achieve that. And it was my first training camp in boxing and first fight ever. So it was easily like one of the hardest things, learning to box in 5 months, sparring every single day. I would come out bleeding, like I could barely move my arms. It's the hardest sport in the world for a reason.
What made you decide to make that transition to boxing full-time, or even start to consider it?
I just felt like I could finally be myself and sort of take back control of my life as a boxer. Whereas before I was doing all of these stupid things to get attention on camera for my YouTube channel. I mean, when you wake up, 2 years straight, every single day, filming a video for 15 minutes, after like a year and a half, you're like, man, how do we keep this entertaining? Doing stuff that you normally wouldn't do just to get views. And that's such an unhealthy place to be in life. And I feel like boxing gave me just a purpose and a path, and it fit me so perfectly, from the talk, the outfits, the hype, the attention, the actual fight. Like I'm a fighter. I fought for everything I have in my life. I've really built everything from grit, hard work, determination, and it's been a fight. I've learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes, and so I feel like fighting is an outlet for me to just express myself.
How much did you learn when you went to the mountains in California in Big Bear and visited Sugar Shane Mosley?
And that was really where, my passion just went to a whole nother level, and I knew that this is something that I wanted to do for the very foreseeable future. I fell in love with it, and learning from Shane Mosley, what it takes to be a champion. And he would show me that and tell me that every single day, how hard you have to work. And I remember he took me to a gym, just as I was starting to get better and better and better, and I was getting a little confident. He took me to a gym and threw me in with this world champion for my first time against a world champion. And the kid just, beat me up for 3 rounds straight. I didn't give up. He didn't knock me down or anything, but I took a beating. Like, I was bruised everywhere, like messed up nose. And Shane was like, you just earned my respect, because I know that you'll never quit, and you have a champion's mindset. And now I'm even more excited to train you, because I know that you're special. Most people wouldn't sit there and just take that beating for 3 rounds and not give up.
What led to the deal with Showtime?
Business is business, right? And when I'm putting up massive numbers on pay-per-view, Steven Espinoza sees that. I want to legitimize myself as a professional boxer, and Showtime was the perfect intersection and platform to go to do this. And I told him straight up, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be undefeated. No one's ever gonna beat me. I'm in the gym twice a day, every single day. I'm gonna knock out all these guys, and let's do it on Showtime. And he took the chance, and it's paid off thus far.
And your goals are 10-0, and you want to fight kind of the next few years, right?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4 years. The goal is to get to 10-0, maybe grab a world championship belt in the last fight there, and just retire with the belt and ride off into the sunset.
And you said, in terms of financial upside, like 250 to $500 million.
If I play my cards right over, which I have been, all I have to do is win. The pay-per-view numbers are there, right? So, and the fights are only getting bigger, and the revenue is only increasing exponentially by each fight. So, 5-6 more fights, I could make $250 million for sure.
You have a goal of becoming a billionaire. Explain why you love talking to billionaires.
I think they create the future, and their dedication, their work ethic, and the way they think about life is just amazing. The billionaires, once they get to that level, they just want to see other good people succeed, a lot of them, and they just want to uplift everyone and give free advice and mentor. And I've never really had a mentor, sort of take me under their wing, and so I've just learned from different people.
How well do you remember the unsolicited email you sent to Mark Cuban?
I was a young entrepreneur creating my first company. I was 18 years old, and my idea was to create, a social media group, almost like a boy band, but for social media. And I went out to raise money from investors. I cold emailed Mark Cuban, and he basically said, I don't think this is a good idea, but good luck. And rightfully so, I probably wouldn't have thought it was a good idea either, but turns out it was. We became the #1 most talked about thing on the internet digitally that there was for about 2 years straight. And I framed his email and put it above my desk as motivation every day to just prove him wrong.
And credit to him for at least getting back to you with anything.
No, exactly. I mean, it's inspiring. I think I don't look at it as a bad thing. I thank him for denying me.